Welcome back to FocusNL. Today, we're diving into the world of bizarre F1 rules, the kind of rules you almost never hear about, but that still apply. We're counting down from number 7 to number 1. So make sure to watch until the end, because number 1 will leave you stunned. Let's get started. Number 7. The 107% rule states that during qualifying, usually in Q1, every driver must set a lap time that is no slower than 107% of the fastest time in that session. For example, if the quickest lap in Q1 is 1 to 40.00, then each driver needs to lap in 1 minute 47 seconds and 800 milliseconds or faster to qualify for the race. If a driver fails to meet this requirement, they are not officially allowed to start the race. However, the stewards can grant an exception if, for instance, if the driver showed enough pace in practice sessions but suffered bad luck in qualifying, like a crash or a technical issue. In short, the rule exists to prevent cars that are far too slow from starting the race and potentially becoming a danger to others. Number 6. To compete in Formula 1, a driver must hold an official FIA Super license. This is essentially a special license required to race at the highest level of driving sport. To obtain this license, a driver must be at least 18 years old, have enough experience in junior racing categories, collect a required number of Super license points, usually through Formula 2 or other recognized championships. These rules were introduced to make sure that drivers are not too young or inexperienced when they enter Formula 1. Number 5. In Formula 1, there is a minimum weight requirement for the car, including the driver but excluding fuel. In 2025, that minimum weight is set at 800 kilograms. On top of that, every driver with full race gear must weigh at least 82 kilograms. If a driver is lighter, teams must add ballast to the car to reach the required weight. The purpose of this rule is to stop teams from gaining an advantage with ultra-light cars or very light drivers. It keeps the competition fair and safe. Number 4. During a safety car period, you might assume that overtaking is always forbidden. But there are exceptions. At the pit entry, pit lane, and pit exit, special rules apply. Within these zones, specific safety car lines are marked. In some cases, a driver is allowed to overtake between these lines. For example, when two cars enter or exit the pit lane at the same time. It sounds counterintuitive, because most fans believe everything is frozen under the safety car. This rule is designed to keep the pit lane safe and fair, but it often causes confusion, even among experienced viewers. Number 3. Every Formula 1 driver is required to wear full safety equipment. This includes a fireproof Nomex race suit, gloves, shoes, and a balaclava, an approved helmet, and the Hans device, which protects the neck and head in case of a crash. All gear must meet strict FIA standards. The suits and helmets can withstand temperatures of up to 800 degrees Celsius for several seconds. It may seem obvious, but the details of these rules are very strict and often unknown to most fans. Number 2. Since 2014, Formula 1 drivers have chosen a permanent race number that they can keep throughout their careers. A driver can only change this number if they become world champion. In that case, they may choose to race the following season with the prestigious number 1. For example, Max Verstappen has raced with number 1 as the reigning world champion, while many other drivers stick to their personal number for recognition or superstition. This system creates continuity. Fans can identify their favorite driver not only by the helmet or car, but also by their number. Number 1. In Formula 1, during a dry race, every driver must use at least 2 different tire compounds. For example, one stint on the mediums and another on the hards. This means a driver cannot complete the whole race on just one tire type. The rule was introduced to add more strategy and pit stops, keeping races more exciting. Pirelli supplies 3 compounds each weekend from the 5 available C1 C5, from hardest to softest. Soft equals fastest, but wears quickly. Medium equals balance between grip and durability. Hard equals slowest, but lasts the longest. In wet conditions, this rule does not apply. Drivers can stay on intermediates or full wets only. Thanks for watching FocusNL. Did you enjoy these bizarre F1 rules? Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you don't miss our next video. See you next time.